Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about this Wolf Performance, okay? So this isn't the standard Wolf, this is Wolf Performance. Now, I bought this a couple of years ago and I saw that it was shooting decent groups and I kind of threw it to the side saying, hey, at some later point I'll come back and do some more testing with this to see if it's suitable for going to for doing distance shooting with, okay? And I sort of forgot about it. And lately I've been shooting this Wolf Gold, which has been getting like 1-inch groups at 100 yards, and I had this out to 500 yards hitting 9-inch groups. So I was really happy with this. I said, oh, wait, I got that other Wolf ammo. Let's pull it out today. Let's find it, let's pull it out, and let's see what it does, because maybe I got another winner with this one. Now both of these say Wolf. They both got the same Wolf logo. The Wolf Gold is made in Taiwan, and this stuff is made in Russia. Okay, so however that is. Okay. I pulled out, my Ruger MPR. Okay, which with match ammo shoots a 1/2 inch at 100 yards. With the Wolf Gold, it shoots 1 inch at 100 yards. So I took out the Ruger MPR, and I ran this Wolf Performance through it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get confused between these ammunitions. So this is the Performance, okay? So I took out the Ruger MPR, and it is this one here. So I'm shooting it at 100 yards, and I'm getting absolute shit groups. Okay, I'm getting, if you look at the squares here, I'm getting like 4-inch groups, and then the circles, I'm getting like 5-inch groups. And I'm saying that this thing absolutely sucks. And then I said, you know what? Because I'm thinking, like, I'm pretty sure at some point I had hit some decent groups in order for me to pull this out to the side for, later for additional testing. Let me try a different rifle. Okay, so I pulled out this Palmetto 223 Wild. Okay, so this is also 18 inches. Between this Palmetto and the Ruger MPR, the Ruger MPR hits the better groups more often. Okay, they both get 1/2-inch groups at 100 yards, with match ammo, but the Ruger MPR gets it more frequently for whatever reason, and it might just be because I like the trigger better than the other one. That one's got a 2-stage trigger. This one's got a 3-stage, just a 3-pound match trigger. I think I like the other trigger better. That might be the issue. But anyway, I said let's just try this rifle. Maybe the ammunition likes this rifle better. So where am I? I actually took out just a random target here, because I wasn't expecting big things. Ignore all the other hits on this except these 5 here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one down here. Okay, so I got 4 shots inside of 1 inch, and then I got the 5th one over here that's like at 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm like, shit, how's that happening? Okay, so I changed over to the 223 Wild, the Palmetto 223 Wild, and all of a sudden my group shrinks down to like 1.5 inches, 1 inch to 1.5 inches. I'm like, is this a fluke, or I'm like, I don't know. Let me throw another. I pulled out a clean piece of paper. Where are you? Actually, no, not a clean piece of paper. I took this one out. I put that bullseye up there in a clean spot, rather, right up here. And I threw another 5 shots out here, and this one opened up to 3 inches. I'm like now here's the thing: when I shoot, I pay attention to my aiming point, right? Which with this scope is a Chevron. I put it underneath here, and right, I put it underneath my bullseye. And when I pull the trigger, what I want to see is boom, boof, boof, right? The Chevron comes up, it lands back on that spot. My follow through is good. I know that the shots are going to be good. Okay, and I knew with this one they were good. I knew they were decent with this one here too. So there's no reason for this group to open up that much, unless the ammunition is just inconsistent. Okay, the gunpowder loading is inconsistent. So what I did is I pulled out the chronograph. I said let's run this through the chronograph. Let's see what type of. I threw 5 shots through it. So let's see what type of velocity we get, what type of variance. Okay, so the velocity was 30-22. Okay, which is about which is about normal for target ammunition, right? energy, which gives an energy of 1116, right? 1,116 foot-pounds. Okay. But the thing to look at now is the variance between 5 shots between the slowest and the fastest. Okay, there was a difference of 130 feet per second. Right, 130. Now with most of, like with the Wolf Gold, the variance tends to be somewhere around 65. So the variance for this Wolf Performance was double, right, between the slowest shot and the fastest shot. So what I'm thinking is happening here is occasionally the ammunition will just match up, right? Just randomly the loadings will match up where the velocities are close enough together to give me these 1-inch groups, right? Right? You know, inch and a half. But sometimes, or whatever, often enough, the variance is enough to open the groups up to like 4 and 5 inches. Okay, so that running it through the chronograph and seeing that difference between the slow speed and the fastest speed kind of made me understand why, you know, sometimes I'll get 1-inch groups and then sometimes I'll get like 5-inch groups. Okay, so with this 1-inch group here, there was kind of like a random drawing, right? That the 5 shots that I pulled out of the box, they happened to be, you know, the loadings were close enough together to give me the you know, like this 1-inch group. So that's why it's like you can't just throw 3 shots out there and call it a day. You know, you gotta look for consistency, right? Do 5 shots and do it a couple of times and see what you know, kind of see what your average is. Okay. Now the other thing I noticed is that these shots were pulling low and to the left. And what I did is I said, let me. Now I had zeroed it in, I think, with at 50 yards. You know, I said, you know what, let me just double check and see, maybe, I mean, you know, how far is this ammunition shifting on its own, and how far maybe my scope is off a little bit. So I pulled out this Wolf Gold, which I think I might have zeroed it in with. And with the Wolf Gold, I see that it's center, right? But it's off to the left. But between these two, I can see that, yeah, the Wolf Performance is definitely pulling low a little bit. Okay, I got to adjust it over to the right, but it's definitely pulling low. Okay? Now, other interesting thing is with the Wolf Gold, and this is something that I've seen a bunch of times. Like I've got this at 100 yards. That's the other one, right? That's this one over here, the Wolf Gold. All right. If you look over here, I've got 4 shots at basically 1 inch, and then I got one way the hell out here. And I know I didn't move my reticle that far out, right? Because if I do, like if I'm shooting, you know, I mean, when I was shooting this, it was like boom, boom, boom. It was never boom, boom. So again, even with this Wolf Gold, you know, the ammunition is not all loaded perfectly consistent. However, I've seen more consistency with the Wolf Gold versus this Wolf Performance. Okay, so as far as is this any good for distance shooting, I'm not gonna just like blow through this, I'd say at 30 yards. I'm gonna put it somewhere and kind of label it distance shooting but shit ammo. Okay, so it's better than my typical, you know, 30 to 50 yards CQB plinking ammo. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better than that, but it's crappy ammo for distance shooting. Okay, so there it is. Right, that's my review of this Wolf Performance. And again, this is also the reason why I tell people you gotta buy, anytime you buy ammunition, buy 1,000 rounds at a time, because occasionally you'll get, you know, you'll shoot at 100 yards and you'll see that there's a nice tight group, and you can say, okay, I'll dial in with like 50 rounds, and then I got like 950 rounds for distance shooting. Okay, but if you only buy, let's say, like 100 rounds and you like it and it's shooting well, but you know, if you go back to order more, it came, like, even though it might be the same brand from the same company, it might have come from a completely different factory. It might have been created on a different machine, right? So what I look for is when I buy 1,000 rounds, right? When I buy bulk ammo, I'm hoping, right? I'm kind of like betting that 1,000 rounds was all created on the same day at the same factory, off of the same machine, off of a single gunpowder loading. Okay, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. So that's my review of this Wolf Performance. You know, it's better than 30-yard plinking ammo, but not great for distance shooting. Although you'll get enough bullets, you know, like if you shoot 10 shots at distance, enough of them are going to be consistent that you'll get hits, but you're not, you know, some of your shots are going to go wide. So, all right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop some comments. I'll talk to you soon.